and to keep our honor clean. You're proud to be the United States Marines.
Brian! Brian! Oh, now where is he gone? I only asked him to watch the movie. 15 minutes. Turtle Beach Hotel, may I help you? I'm afraid the manager is out. I'm his wife, Mrs. Cody. Could I help you? When? Next Saturday, 1 double. We're very busy. Could you hold on a minute while I check? We're very lucky, sir. I see we have a cancellation, and I can definitely fit you in. Good. The name is? Right, I've got that. That's Saturday the 17th, 1 double for 3 nights. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, sir. Thank you. Well, that doubles our occupancy rate.
That damn dog next door.
How do you know it's the dog next door?
Because he always does it in the same place.
He always does it in the same place. Why do you step in it here?
Why do I? Oh.
Never mind. Where were you anyway? I asked you to watch the phone.
Well, nobody called, so I went down to the beach.
Brian, you're hopeless. Why don't you leave your shoes outside the front door?
I can't do that. What, leave this? For people to see? Come on, Terry. What would our guests think?
Yes. We've only got one, and I don't believe he's capable of thought.
I don't think you should be making rude remarks about the major. At least he pays his bill.
Yes, I will say that for him.
You know, he's not short of money. By the other day, he showed me a painting that he had just bought for $700.
Good God, $700? And you can't even wear it.
Well, it's not like he's a guest. He's more of a permanent resident.
Well, I know that, dear. But why a retired British Army officer would stay in this hotel for nearly 2 years, I can't imagine. I don't believe he's all there.
What do you mean you don't think he's all there?
Well, you know, his elevator stops.
Oh, I don't think so, Terry. He's led a very interesting life. You'd be surprised at some of the places the Brits find to send their people. I mean, he's practically lived all over the world before he retired.
Oh, Brian, you don't believe all his incredible stories. You know as well as I can he's as nutty as a fruitcake.
I'm not so sure about that. Well, speaking of the devil, good afternoon, Major. Good afternoon, Brian. How are you today? Very fine, Major. Ah, the very lovely Mrs. Cody. How are you, my dear?
I'm fine, thank you, Major.
Good. Good. Well, if you don't mind my saying, you look very beautiful today.
Thank you, Major.
Did I ever tell you that sometimes you remind me very much of my dear old mother? You're not as sad as she was, though.
Dad?
Oh, yes. Her whole life she seemed very sad. On account of my brother, I suppose. Well, what happened to your brother? I've no idea. What? We never knew. It was very sad. My own brother. And I never saw him.
How can you have a brother that you've never seen?
But you see, he was gone before I was born.
What?
Yes, you see, Mother was married to this nomadic North African chief, and all he wanted was a son. So when my brother was born, he packed up the tent, took the baby, and abandoned Mother to the desert. He never knew. She was carrying twins. 2 hours later, I arrived. Later that day, we were saved by a wandering caravan. very romantic in a way.
Well, you certainly can tell a tale, Major. Why, you almost had me going then.
Yes! What? Oh. I say, old chap, joining the barefoot brigade, are we? Oh, you know, that reminds me of the time I was in Guano Guano. Lost me boots in the quicksand and spent 42 days wandering about.
I'm sure that's very interesting, Major, but I have to go and get Brian some shoes. And Brian,
Yes, dear.
stay by the phone.
Right.
Ah, she got you on duty, eh?
Well, she doesn't want to miss any calls.
What? Must keep the lines of communication open, you know. That reminds me of the time General Sinclair took a run of 61 miles into the desert. That was in Budakapa, you know.
Where's that?
What, Budakapa? It's Africa. Oh, yeah, sort of in the middle.
Well, what was that like?
Well, now, let me think. How would you describe Budakapa? Well, let's put it this way. If the world needed an enema, Budakapa is where you would insert the tube.
Either there or Miami Beach.
Ah, very good, old chap. Very good. You know, Ryan, I'm very happy here at Turtle Beach.
And we're very happy to have you, Major. You do know we're trying to sell the place, don't you?
Well, I had heard rumors. Might I ask why?
Well, what you probably don't know is that Terry and I have been running this place as a non-profit organization.
Well, I say, old chap, that is damn noble of you.
See, the fact is, it's almost impossible to make any money running a 12-room hotel. See, we don't have the resources to expand, so we have to sell it to somebody who has.
Are you still here, Major?
No, I left a couple of minutes ago.
Now, Mr. Cody has things to do, you know. We can't stand around chatting all day. Here you are.
Well, very well, madam. I can take a hint. There is no need to say another word. I know when my presence is no longer required. Might I remind you that my family motto is Digendo Imperialicus Sanctivitas Enum Impedimento.
Good heavens, Major, what does that mean?
No one's ever known, really. Well, have a nice day.
I'm going to miss him when we sell this place.
Well, speaking of selling, where do we stand with that right now?
We appear to be down to one good prospect. That Mr. Lewis from New York, and he's supposed to be coming down in a week or two.
I suppose we really do have to sell it, huh?
Yes, we do. You know, we've never made a nickel out of this place. And in the 8 years we've owned it, the land value has absolutely shot up. We can make a fortune by selling it. Well, a small one anyway.
I do wish we didn't have to sell it, Terry. Money doesn't buy everything, you know.
Yes, I know that. That's why I have credit cards. Anyway, we can barely make the payroll, and apart from the dining room, we've only got 2 employees, a maid and a handyman.
Well, we're supposed to have a gardener as well, if I could only find one.
That reminds me, what happened to that young boy who applied last week?
Oh, he didn't work out.
What was wrong with him?
Well, he says he wants to start at the top. So I sent him out to the garden to dig a hole. Hour later, he quit.
That reminds me. I meant to tell you, Hopkins might be drinking again. So I'm keeping the bar locked during the day. I put beer, wine, and soft drinks in the fridge in the office. Incidentally, did you get Hopkins to fix that running toilet in number 7?
Oh, I didn't need to. I fixed it myself.
You what?
I fixed it myself?
Hopkins! Cody, find Hopkins.
But dear, it was all...
Find Hopkins!
Hopkins!
Maureen, would you get a bucket and a mop, please, quickly. Oh, Hopkins, we have disaster in room 7.
Has Mr. Cody been fixing things again?
I'm afraid so.
I ought to get hazardous work pay with him living here.
Can you fix it?
I don't know. I think he cracked the bowl. Anyhow, it's not my job to get my feet wet. I'll go turn off the water, get my toolbox. You better do something about all that water.
Oh, Maureen, thank you. Could you please try and mop up all this water? Hopkins will be back in a minute to fix the toilet.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. You staring at?
If they got any shorter, you'd have 2 more cheeks to power.
You're a dirty old man.
Oh, I suppose I am. You know what they say, the first thing that goes is a memory. Well, I forgot, and I'm not supposed to enjoy looking at a pretty girl. How's it going there?
Are you kidding? I only just got started.
Well, I may as well make myself comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let us see. Room 7. Ah, yes. It's a hard life, Maureen.
Yeah, I noticed. What are you going to do if they sell this place?
Oh, I'll stay on here. This place would fall apart without me.
You know, I noticed that. There always seems to be something going wrong.
That's my pension plan.
What?
My pension plan. The secret is never fix anything permanently and keep your duct tape nearby.
Where do you think they're going to catch on? What's that you're drinking anyway?
You wouldn't know.
Oh, you'd be surprised what I know.
Well, as a matter of fact, it's a nice Polish vodka with the Pope drinks.
Yeah? Well, that's probably why they have to carry them everywhere.